It's great to see everybody here today, and I'm really happy to be here. It's a privilege for me to be here alongside Mayor Ken Boschka and Mr. David Paul Etchnipiscum, sorry, with CEO Matawa First Nations Management, Tammy Cook, the CAO of Lakehead Region Conservation Authority, Carrie Jasma from Spring Water Inc., and all of our other community members that are here today for this announcement. I'm really pleased to be here on behalf of the Minister of Northern Development and Mines, Minister Greg Rickford, to deliver some exciting news today. The NOHFC program is focused on creating northern jobs, strengthening northern communities, and supporting northern businesses. And it's working, because we're seeing the results here in Thunder Bay. Since June of 2018, the NOHFC has invested more than $94 million in 1,175 projects in the Thunder Bay region, leveraging more than $196 million in investment and creating and sustaining over 1,400 jobs. Those are the combined stats for Thunder Bay Superior North and Thunder Bay Atikokan, and I think those are really great numbers and showing how well the program is working for us here. We've seen a large uptake since in June of 2022 with the number of applicants that have been going into NOHFC from the Thunder Bay region. So I really encourage everybody to take advantage of those programs. Reach out to my office if you have any questions or require any help. There's several streams that are available depending on what your organization's needs are, as well as there's always the internship program, which I really encourage businesses and organizations to tap into. It's a great resource. We remain hard at work making targeted investments that support economic development and community growth right here in Northwestern Ontario, which is why we're all gathered here today. I'm very pleased to announce that our government, through the NOHFC, is providing more than $4.3 million in funding the following projects. So the City of Thunder Bay will be receiving $2 million to reconstruct sections of Red River Road and Court Street in the waterfront district, which will create flexible space that can accommodate patios and event programming. As well, the City of Thunder Bay will be receiving $523,458 to upgrade recreational facilities in preparation for hosting the 2024 Ontario Winter Games in February. Congratulations. The Matawa Training and Wellness Center will be receiving $1,233,000 to develop a dedicated cultural room that will help facilitate connections to language, ancestry, family, and communities through elders, cultural teachings, and integrated supports and programming. KBM Forestry Consultants Inc. will be receiving $320,294 to purchase an aircraft to expand its fleet training unit. The Lakehead Region Conservation Authority will be receiving $130,000 to enhance accessibility by repaving the trail system, building a washroom, and making drainage upgrades to the parking lot at the Cascades Conservation Area. And the JASA Spring Water Inc. will be receiving $124,225 to expand operations by purchasing equipment and constructing a new building for additional product and warehouse space. Congratulations, all recipients. Today's announcement demonstrates how, together with our northern partners, we are building strong, healthy, and vibrant communities here in Thunder Bay and across the north. Together, we are keeping Northwestern Ontario competitive and current and creating real opportunities for the people who live, work, play, and do business in the north. Again, congratulations to everyone, and I thank everybody for being here. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, MPP Holland, and now Mayor Boschka.
How do you follow that? And rightly so. MPP Holland has been so significant as a catalyst in bringing our communities together. Really, it's not just his riding, it's the district and all of Northwestern Ontario. He's been a key figure in ensuring that the elected people are pulling together and working together that the representative organizations like the conservation authorities also understand that they have a role, that our First Nations partners are indeed that, and that we all have significant opportunities to contribute to making this better. And I can't help but get pumped coming here today, hearing about this infusion of support for so many worthy projects. And you know, the North Core, they've been enduring a lot of pain as the reconstruction goes on, but they've been really quite patient. They know that when it's over, it's going to be something astonishing. So we have to do this to make things better. And you know, our attitude in society, bicycle paths, bicycle parking, green spaces, public art, those kinds of things are making our city so welcoming and so appreciated by visitors and residents alike. People are proud of their community, and part of our neighboring partners, I regret that my knee was acting up a little, so I couldn't take a chance on getting to Heimers yesterday and falling on my butt. So, but the fact is, another successful community event in our district. And as we grow, organizations such as NOHFC, indispensable. So I know you'll pass this on to Minister Rickford and others at the cabinet table, that we are very grateful. And the building process, looking forward to the 2024 Winter Games. I mean, this is going to be another shining light because we're not just a 4-month destination. And the more we can do about our winter opportunities inside or outside can only help grow all of this. So sorry for going off script, but I get all charged up when I see this many people from this many organizations this happy and this grateful. So congratulations and thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor Boschkoff. And yeah, go off script. You did great. That was awesome. And up next, CEO of Matawa First Nations, David Paul, Acting Minister.
Ni wach ni shametu di kanamagagi kabunagijak kweno. I just want to take the credit for the great weather that we're having, and sort of look forward to the winter. Sorry about my shirt with the Senators to the Chwanami Police team. Here, good morning, His Worship in Moscow and MPP Hall, and all invited guests, and of course, members of the media. You know, on behalf of Matawa, I want to start my own land acknowledgement to our good friends at the Fort William First Nation. You know, we are invited guests of their lands here, and they've always been most welcoming, and certainly appreciate the chiefs and the First Nations, you know, at the past, that they have made us welcome here. And of course, as you know, we live here on the land that called Thunder Bay, and it got its name from the, as you know, the Namakee worship, that is sacred and very culturally appropriate for today. Mayor Boschkoff, and if you all, I appreciate your comments. On behalf of Matawa First Nations, I'm very pleased to be here to graciously accept, the investments that MPP Holland just announced on behalf of Minister Greg Griffith, Minister of Northern Development and District Affairs, in his role as parliamentary assistant. This investment, over $1.2 billion toward Training Cultural Center, is a substantial contribution for which we are grateful. It will help complete renovations to the space this coming March. We have been renovating our building on Alma Street North, over the past 2 years that we can bring 3 of our expanding services together under one roof. And these are Kukunomage Kenchigela, Employment Training Services, and the Matawa Health Cooperative, and the Wash Shikwichiwewa, the Matawa Social Services Department. I'm happy to see that our managers are here today to with this NOHFC Community Enhancement Program investment, we'll be able to get the following completed to our cultural room. The abatement, to get things organized, elevator improvements, room and lobby renovations, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, etc. State upgrades, install a new barrier-free washroom, of course, purchase furniture, audio, and lighting, and install design features to create a safer place, for our peoples that live here in the city, but also that come here to the city to do their shopping and also to do their business, which is a great city for that. We'll be the only Indigenous specific cultural space available year-round here in Thunder Bay. We're proud to say that. We would be remiss if we did not acknowledge Canada's cultural spaces, but also for their contribution to this project. Once completed, renovated over the next few years, we will reach our vision of a place where our members can go to get holistic care for skills development and training, family wellness, culturally appropriate health care, traditional healing services, and a greater access to green space, which we will use for land-based healing. And it will also employ over 200 full-time employees, and that's a promise. And by bringing these services and supports together under one roof, we are allowing our students, family members, and patients to improve their social, physical, and mental well-being, as well as their education and skills in the same location. I believe this is called a wraparound approach, and then we call it a holistic approach, which is very we couldn't have done any of this without the support of Ontario government and the local partners like Thunder Bay District Social Services Administration Board and Thunder Bay Indigenous Resource Center and others. We really appreciate that partnerships that we have developed, and also the working relationships that have been done over the years. That's what we need to do. We need to come together and come, help. Well, I'm a resident here, and I call this my home. So we got to be a part of this change. We got to make Thunder Bay a good place for everyone, and that's what we're doing. Speaking of Thunder Bay Indigenous Resource Center, I would like to congratulate them and express my appreciation to NPP Holland and the Ontario government for the announcement of the investment for additional 58 traditional housing units for youth in Thunder Bay last Monday, August 20. Great stuff. For those who don't already know, the Matawa Chiefs Council have been in support of the project, having passed a resolution in 2019, so we're really grateful for that. Our youth need a full support. We have a lot of youth here in the city. Matawa alone, we believe we have at least 1,000 students attending school as well as working as well. And we will do our best in partnership with others to provide them, as we understand, a collaborative nature to our facility and provide the maximum support. So the other thing I'd like to mention is, these buildings that we have, for one, the city gift us a building that we call Matawa Education Care Center. And I'm happy to say that we're going to have a grand opening in September 29th. It's through the support of the city, Thunder Bay, that we can make this happen, and the governments of Ontario and Canada. We need to work together, and I'm really proud of that. The other thing too is these buildings were formal homes for the elderly. And, you know, we have a lot of people come to us and say, look, hey, my father was there, my mother was a resident there. And I like to say we were doing it in the honor of those residents that lived there. You know, they lived there for many months, and we would honor their presence and respectfully, you know, live in those buildings as respectfully as we can. Just want to say that. And to all our partners in the room of Matawa First Nation Management and the Chiefs Council, I thank you, Ichimiwets, and look forward to working together on other projects during the city.
Yeah, no, so today's announcement of $4.3 million was really a bundle announcement of various projects that have, were successful in receiving the NOHFC funding. So they come from different streams that are offered by NOHFC, so there's nothing that really ties them together per se, but it's just an exciting opportunity. We're seeing investments going into community groups, obviously, and then as well into businesses. So it just really exemplifies how diverse the NOHFC program is in providing funding to various organizations. So, you know, the City of Thunder Bay is receiving a good chunk of money for their upgrades to Court Street and the redevelopment of the street down there. Matawa is getting $1.2 million for their new center, so that's exciting, of course. But we can't discount the funding that's going into the local businesses, right, to expand their business and operations. And it's really, this funding is leveraging other funding, and it's creating jobs in Ontario, which is or Northwestern Ontario specifically, is what NOHFC was designed to do. So we're seeing the results of those investments and of the program, and it's really exciting news for Thunder Bay.
The city itself has obviously been big on this downtown redevelopment project. Can you talk about just the importance of that kind of redevelopment we're seeing in the downtown north for your entire riding?
Yeah, so the redevelopment in the North Court is, you know, it's a priority that was identified by the city that they wanted to have see this work move forward, and we're happy to be able to provide support for that in their efforts. Any development and any improvement in Northwestern Ontario benefits us all. It doesn't matter where we're coming from. So we know that City of Thunder Bay receives a lot of visitors, not just from local communities that come in to enjoy the waterfront. You know, look, we've had how many cruise ships come to Thunder Bay this year, by example. So, you know, improving the downtown core will certainly, you know, enhance the attraction of Thunder Bay to the visitors of the city.
And I think 200 jobs is what David Balashibneskim said we were looking at for the Matawa's new center. How important is that?
Oh, absolutely. It goes back to what I said before. So our investments are really leveraging other opportunities, other funding, and creating 200 jobs. You're right. We can't discount that and look over that. That's huge. That's a great opportunity for a lot of people here in Thunder Bay. So, and then the last one, of course, is the getting ready for the Winter Games, which is going to be exciting. It's great to see the Winter Games coming back, and we're happy to support improving some of the venues for that facility as well, or for that opportunity. So it's an exciting time.